Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Hager. This is their part number 248U in a 32D finish. This is a satin stainless steel, what they call Euroline pedestal doorstop. Hager has an offering of Euro-style hardware, and I don't really know necessarily why exactly they call this Euroline, except, perhaps it is influenced from hardware that they see generally in Europe. It might be a term used to differentiate this line of trim and auxiliary hardware from their main line of their core line of trim and auxiliary hardware. This is a pedestal stop. There's really nothing European about this that I'm aware of. It could very well be popular or have originated there, but every manufacturer makes a pedestal stop like this and has for many, many years. In fact, we probably could find items like this if we looked in old catalogs far enough. Now, there is extended description information on this 248U down below. And let's take the basic dimensional properties. It's 28 millimeters, so about 1 1/8, I would guess. The height at 37.5. I'm going to go with maybe about 1.5 inches tall, maybe. Yeah, about 1.5 inches. If I hold it in this sort of orientation, what undercut will this work really well with? You can see that that bumper is going to start at about 5/8 and come up to about 1 1/4 inch, 1 3/16. If you've got a 1/2 inch undercut, 3/8 undercut, that's all going to work really great. If your undercut was 5/8, yeah, you start to get to the point where your door is just going to make contact with this rubber portion, but you're going to want to be right in that area in terms of an undercut on the door. This is in stainless steel, 32D. That means that the material is made of stainless. That's not unusual for stainless to have a small amount of magnetism inherent in the process when it's been machined or worked. This has been. That will unthread to give you access to the base, where you will then, possibly with the included hardware package, which is here, a plastic anchor type with a screw. It looks like maybe a number 10 screw is what it appears to look like. And this rubber portion will even come off should you need it to. I don't see that you would. Probably a common question is whether or not that bumper is available as a separate product. It's certainly not listed as one. And given the fact that this will be an imported item from overseas, I'm quite sure that it would not be considered a replaceable item. So installation obviously is going to position, mark the hole, okay, insert your anchor or whatever type of anchoring that you would be submitting or alternating in. That gets mounted down and obviously threading to the top, threading at the top, okay, hand tight. There is a link below this video to a document called Cut Sheet, and the important thing about that document, and it's also in the extended description, is the note in red that the Euroline products are not ANSI certified. And that might be, Euroline might be the not ANSI certified tagline. I don't really know. The fact of the matter is, if you're doing contract-based work, there's going to be specifications. There's going to be drawings and specifications. It's very, very standard to have your hardware certified by ANSI, American National Standards Institute, or BHMA. These organizations have countless documents that certify the product based on exposure to a variety of testing. This has not been submitted for any of that. So be mindful that this is not certified to any ANSI standard. At the end of the day, it's a doorstop, and I don't see any reason why it wouldn't function as you would expect it to. There is a link below this video to the product catalog, which will allow you to look at their trim and auxiliary hardware in terms of the Euroline type of selection. And that's a nice it's a brief catalog, but it does show some other options. The important part about this is that we have two heights on these pedestal style doorstops. This happens to be the taller of the two. The 248E is the shorter one at 22 millimeters, so about 7/8 in height. About 7/8 in diameter. Okay, the height is a little bit smaller as well, at maybe about 1 inch and 3/16. Other hardware is there. They have an indicator thumb turn bolt that would work on opposite sides of the door as you scroll through there. A flush bolt. They have a dustproof strike. They have a concealed door chain, of which I have no experience with that whatsoever, so I won't even attempt to comment. Then some other neat hardware. Signage are there, some coat hooks. Now, the name Hager is synonymous with hardware. Their namesake is Hager hinge. Hager has been in business literally since the mid-19th century. If you know the name Hager, you probably do so for hinges. But a lot more than just hinges does Hager provide. Hinges, door closers, lock sets, exit devices, electrified hardware, trim and auxiliary, weather stripping, ancillary hardware like filler plates that you would see on steel doors and frames, signage obviously, sliding door hardware, Roton continuous hinges. There's another top level category that I'm forgetting. The point of Hager is they are a single universe in which you can pretty much buy everything you need except the door and frame itself. The advantage of Hager is that it's a single purchase order to one vendor. I have recognized that Hager end users are quite loyal to Hager, and I certainly understand that. And that is something to be said for Hager in the sense of that customer loyalty. They do have a nice product. My family's been purchasing Hager for several decades, and we expect to continue to do so. If you have any questions on the Hager 248U in a 32D finish or any other Hager product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.